Tom Homan is Blunt 2, former acting ICE director, Fox News contributor. Tom, good morning to you. You call it political theater. What's going to come of this then today?
I don't think anything's going to come of it. I think that's why she chose to go to El Paso. Henry Cuellar has been honest on this issue from the beginning. She needs to go to the epicenter of this crisis. Now, El Paso is a scene of rising crossings, absolutely the rising drug crossings. But when you go to a crisis, why would you not go to the epicenter and talk to the men and women of the border show about what's going on? Let me tell you why. Her and the secretary going to El Paso, and it's got to be a tough trip for them because no one in the green uniform respects the secretary, respects the vice president, because they have failed to admit to this day that there's a crisis, and the men and women of the border show are dealing with this every day, put their lives on the line. So they got two representatives going to El Paso. And I tell you what she won't do. She won't ask the border patrol to the wall work because to stop building the wall. The answer would be yes. You stop building a wall, that would have helped. She's going to ask what's causing this crisis, and they will tell her it's a Biden border policy for stopping the various Trump policies. We told you in the beginning during the transition this would happen, and it happened. Why did you do this to us? This is going to be an uncomfortable trip for her, but I think it's a shame that President Trump had ashamed him in going to the border. President Trump has been more presidential on this issue than Joe Biden or Kamala Harris.
They changed the policy of remain in Mexico, and a lot of people think that might be, quote unquote, one of the root causes for the crossings today. Do you think they go on to change more policies in addition to that? Because that's under consideration right now. Or do you think this administration had any idea that once they changed the remain in Mexico policy, that they would see the run for the border that we have today?
They absolutely knew this was happening. This is by design, Bill. This is open borders. A great question. You know, every week, I've done this for 35 years. I know this border. I've dealt with surges before, and I have stopped surges. And what's happening right, and they knew exactly when they made all these promises what they would cause. And you're right. Every week I look for something. What are they going to do to add a consequence to deterrence? What are they going to do to slow the flow? And they've done nothing. Every week they make another announcement. Like they said, they made an announcement 3 weeks ago. There's no overcrowding with children in facilities because we'll release them more quickly. Well, they think that's a success. I say when you release people quickly, and that gets to Central America, you get arrested, you're going to be released very quickly. That brings others. They announced last week they're going to open the aperture who can claim asylum. So now people that didn't qualify for asylum before, all of a sudden they're going to be coming to the United States. And you're right. Now they're talking about Title 42. If they end Title 42 bill, you're going to see a surge like we've never, ever could even imagine. Because now you're going to have hundreds of thousands of single adults coming to the border because they lifted Title 42, just like they lifted the
Tom, Title 42 is again, quickly, for...
Title 42 is something the president put in place with the CDC. Is during the COVID pandemic. They returned people back to Mexico, say this country is closed because of the epidemic and the serious public health issues. And the thought is they're going to end that program in the next couple of weeks.
Tom, thank you. We'll watch it this hour again. We expect the plane to touch down in El Paso shortly. There's been a lot of criticism as to why she chose that town. Tom, thank you for your insight.